Now, we scroll down our Instagram feed, we scroll down our Facebook and Twitter feeds, we hear all bad news about natural disasters, about earthquakes, about terrorist attacks, about another young man getting shot, about another teen getting pregnant, about another mom losing her son. But listen, all this is going on, and people may try to find ways to deal with these things. They may try to find ways to cope and find ways to just live in this society. And some may say, well, you don't have to go to church. Some may say you don't have to read your word. There's successful people who know nothing about God, who don't talk about God. You can do this thing on your own, but young people, I come to tell you, there is only one way. I don't care what your friends say. I don't care what they try to convince you to do in school. There is only one way. As teenagers, you deal with a lot of pressures. You deal with a lot of issues. You deal with things in school. You deal with absent fathers, with unresolved issues in the home. You deal with parents splitting up. You deal with bullying in school. You deal with some shady friends. You deal with issues in the classroom with your teachers. But in spite of all that, there is still only one way. Let me bring it home for the adults. You deal with financial struggle. You deal with getting laid off. You deal with marital issues. You deal with your issues at your job. You deal with family problems. People getting sick. People losing their minds. Personal issues. Personal illness. Trouble with your children. And in spite of all that, there is still only one way. Look at your neighbor and say, there's only one way. There's only one way. In spite of all this struggle, in spite of all these issues, we know that this life is full of struggle, full of issues, full of turmoil, and full of stress. And people may find different ways to deal with things. They may turn to drugs. They may turn to alcohol. They may turn to illicit sex. They may turn to any and everything to help their mind cope with the issues that are going on in their life, to help take off some of the stress, to help remove some of the edge. But I come to let you know that there is only one way, not two ways, not three ways, not four ways, not five ways. As your GPS will give you many ways to get to the same destination. But to get to your destiny, to get